Times big government just grows bigger every day with new plans to take away more of your personal freedoms and civil liberties, even those guaranteed right in the Constitution. My next two guests are veteran freedom fighters who have fought the party machine and both come to the same conclusion. There's little difference between Republicans and Democrats today. Joining me now to discuss is the president of the Future of Freedom Foundation, Jacob Hornberger, and the chair and founder of the Mises Institute, Lew Rockwell. Gentlemen, welcome here. It's always a pleasure. Is big government here to stay, Lew?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if we do nothing, it's here to stay, and it metastasizes. It's like a cancer. But it's all based on people's consent. If Americans refuse to consent, if they stop allowing this to be happening, the government's much smaller than the people. They can't actually carry it out. This is why, of course, there's so much attention paid to propaganda. This is why the truth that you and others put out is so essential to getting people to say, stop it, heck with it. You're not going to feel me up at the airport, or you're not going to torture people in Guantanamo, whatever the other horrible things the government is doing.
What will happen if we are left with a choice among the major party candidates of Mitt Romney and Barack Obama? I have argued, Jake, and you're free to disagree with me if you want, of course, that they are closer to each other than either of them is to Ron Paul or any of the founding fathers.
Well, there's not a dime's worth of difference between them. I mean, you look at the warfare state or the welfare state, and they accept the fundamental premises of both systems. Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal, Lyndon Johnson's Great Society, the big empire overseas. They both share a commitment to that. As compared to us libertarians, we're the game changers. We want a new paradigm, a free society.
What would happen if Mitt Romney, let me change that. What would change if Mitt Romney became president from the way we see the government now?
Things would be worse.
What
you
would
notice
be worse?
He's even more of a warmonger than Obama is. He criticizes Obama for not killing enough people in Libya. He criticizes Obama for not immediately killing everybody in Iran. There's no question if you look at his neoconservative foreign policy advisors, they probably are crazier than Obama's. He's also entirely the Wall Street candidate, even more than Obama. So he'll be taking care of Wall Street and the elite business interests at the expense of the regular people.
To Lew's initial argument, are Americans wedded to big government? Stated differently, has big government bribed the poor and the middle class and the rich so that, as de Tocqueville warned, we're being bribed with our own money and we like it?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what the community grants are for, especially around election time. And I think one of the biggest obstacles we have, Judge, is that people believe that all of this is freedom. They've been taught that this is what a free society is all about. As people discover that this is a lie, it's a lie that's been told us since childhood, they're starting to realize, no, this is not what a free society is all about. This is not what the framers had in mind. I want a free society. And when that happens, you got a lot of people that are nervous, that have a vested interest in this welfare warfare state.
Should Ron Paul run as a third-party candidate if he's not the Republican nominee? Or should someone run as a third-party candidate if Mitt Romney is the Republican nominee? Someone who would embrace the values of sound money and a government that stays within the confines of the Constitution.
It would be tremendous, because the two parties, as Butler Schaefer says, are just wings of the same bird of prey. They're not fundamentally different, except maybe their interest groups are slightly different. So yeah, a third party, somebody who could get on the ballot. I mean, they've set up the ballot structures in all the states to make it almost impossible. So you need somebody who's either can mobilize the young people to get them on the ballot, or has got the money themselves to do it. But yeah, it would be wonderful to have a third party, fourth, fifth, sixth. The more the merrier, because these two parties are just in cahoots against us in a duopoly.
You are going to make this argument before students at Columbia University tonight. Now, 10 years ago, you'd be asking to put your head in your hands. But you're likely to have a large group of libertarians, even on a college campus, especially on a college campus, even on an Ivy League campus, even in New York City tonight.
Absolutely. And we're talking about things that liberals, some liberals are interested in: conservatives, civil liberties, the war on terrorism, the Constitution. We've got Bruce Fein, a conservative, Glenn Greenwald, a liberal. I'll be presenting the libertarian perspective. We've come together to talk to people on the campus saying, what brings us together is civil liberties. Let's defend at least those civil liberties. We can argue about the other things, but let's get together on this one.
Lew Rockwell, Jacob Hornberger, it's a pleasure, guys. Thank you for joining us.